They told Oba Femi he was untouchable. They were wrong. If you're just joining for the first time, smash that like button, hit subscribe, and ring that notification bell because what we're about to break down is one of the most visceral, jaw-dropping moments WWE has delivered in years. Now let's get into it. Oba Femi has been walking around WWE with his chest out, his head high, and that ice-cold smirk plastered across his face like he's already won every war before it begins. And honestly, for a while, he had every reason to feel that way. The man is a physical freak of nature. 6'5", built like a Greek god carved out of granite, and with a mean streak so deep it runs all the way through the canvas. Oba Femi has been destroying everything in his path, and WWE Creative has been feeding him opponents like they were sacrificial lambs marching willingly into the slaughterhouse. But here's what Oba Femi forgot. Here's what every rising monster in WWE eventually forgets: when the power goes to their head, there is always a bigger dog. There is always something darker lurking in the shadows. And this time, that darkness came in the form of 286 pounds of pure, barely contained human destruction. Brock Lesnar is back, and he is furious. Now let's paint the full picture here, because this didn't just happen out of nowhere. Nothing with Brock Lesnar ever just happens. Every single time the beast resurfaces in WWE, there is a reason. There is a target. There is a very specific individual who made the catastrophic mistake of poking the wrong animal. And this time, that individual is Oba Femi. The backstory leading into this confrontation has been simmering for weeks. Oba Femi, emboldened by his dominant run, had been making statements, not just in the ring, but on the mic, about being the most dangerous man in WWE today. He looked directly into the camera and said, and I'm paraphrasing here, that there is nobody on the entire roster who can match his physicality. Nobody who can look him in the eye and not flinch. Nobody who could survive 5 minutes in the ring with him without running away. And then someone, somewhere in the WWE Universe, put that clip on Brock Lesnar's radar. How many times has Brock Lesnar won the WWE Championship throughout his entire career? Let's see who really knows their wrestling history, because when Brock Lesnar caught wind of Oba Femi calling himself the most dangerous man alive, something switched. You could see it in the footage. You could see it in the energy the moment Lesnar appeared on screen. There was no smirk, no showboating, no Paul Heyman standing at his side doing the talking. This was raw, unscripted, animalistic rage. The kind of rage that only gets unlocked when you strip away every layer of entertainment and remind Brock Lesnar of exactly who and what he is. He is the Beast Incarnate. He is the man who conquered The Undertaker's undefeated WrestleMania streak. He is the man who ended John Cena's era with 16 German suplexes at SummerSlam. He is the man who has walked into every major WWE arena and left it in absolute ruins. And Oba Femi, talented as he undeniably is, made the rookie mistake of forgetting all of that. So what happened when Brock decided enough was enough? He didn't send a message through a promo. He didn't call a press conference. He didn't ask for a match at a premium live event. No, Brock Lesnar did what Brock Lesnar does. He showed up, unannounced, and he went to work. The moment is already being described by people in attendance as one of the most terrifying things they've ever witnessed live. Oba Femi was mid-promo, soaking in the crowd's heat, playing his heel role to perfection, when the arena shifted. The lights didn't change. No music hit initially, but the crowd felt it before they saw it. That low, electric hum of pure anticipation that only happens when something monumental is about to go down. And then Brock's music detonated through the speakers. The place erupted, not with excitement, not with the celebratory pop you get for a babyface return. This was something different. This was the sound of an arena full of people who suddenly realized they were about to witness something violent and real and completely outside of the normal boundaries of WWE storytelling. This was the pop of people who knew, this isn't a segment, this is a confrontation. Brock came through that curtain and he didn't stop walking. No pause at the top of the ramp, no pyro pose, no playing to the crowd. He walked with the singular, locked-in focus of a predator who has already made his decision and is simply closing the distance between himself and the outcome. Oba Femi, to his credit, didn't run. He stood his ground in the ring, spread his arms wide, and invited it, which either tells you that Oba Femi is genuinely fearless or that he has absolutely no idea what he just invited into his world. What was the name of the legendary finishing move Brock Lesnar used to defeat The Undertaker and end the streak at WrestleMania 30? First person with the right answer gets a shout-out next video. The moment Lesnar hit that ring, it stopped being a WWE segment and started being something else entirely. The physicality was immediate and overwhelming. Brock didn't wait for a lockup. He didn't engage in a stare-down. He shot in, grabbed Oba Femi, and the ring shook like a thunderclap from the force of the first exchange. What followed was a sustained, methodical, absolutely vicious assault that had the commentary team legitimately speechless at certain points. Brock unloaded German suplex after German suplex, throwing Oba Femi across the ring like he weighed nothing. And understand, Oba Femi is not a small man. Watching someone that size get ragdolled by Lesnar is a visual that rewires your brain because it forces you to confront the uncomfortable reality that Brock Lesnar operates on a different physical plane than virtually every other human being on this planet. But here's what made this even more compelling. Oba Femi kept getting up. Every time Lesnar released him, every time he crashed into the mat or the corner or the ropes, Oba Femi dragged himself back to his feet, and the expression on his face was shifting. That cold, arrogant smirk was gone. In its place was something that Oba Femi supporters have never seen from him before: uncertainty. The first flicker of genuine doubt crossing the face of a man who had convinced himself and everyone around him that he was invincible. And that is the most important story being told in this entire confrontation. Not the suplexes, not the raw spectacle of two physical monsters colliding. The story is in that moment of doubt. Because once doubt enters Oba Femi's mind, once that fortress of arrogance develops its first crack, the entire foundation of his character begins to crumble. And whoever controls that narrative going forward controls the next major chapter of WWE's main event scene. Brock Lesnar standing over Oba Femi at the end of that segment, staring down at him with nothing but cold, quiet contempt, sent a message that no promo ever could. It said, "I don't need a title. I don't need a contract signing. I don't need a scheduled match at WrestleMania. I will come here, on my schedule, and I will remind every single person in that building, including you, exactly what I am. The Beast is not just back. The Beast is angry, and an angry Brock Lesnar is the most dangerous force in professional wrestling history. Oba Femi better prepare himself, because this war is just beginning, and from where we're standing here at Suplex Rumble, it looks like the Beast is only getting started." Drop your thoughts in the comments. Is Oba Femi actually built to survive a full-length war with Brock Lesnar? And don't forget to answer both trivia questions. Like the video, share it with every wrestling fan you know, and we'll see you in the next one.